Dream to You Episode 3 takes the story to a completely different emotional level. Instead of simply focusing on romance, the episode begins peeling back the painful past that has shaped Soo-bin into the man he is today. At the same time, Yi-jae proves that love does not automatically erase betrayal, making this one of the strongest episodes of the series so far. By the end of the episode, viewers finally understand why Soo-bin disappeared years ago, but they also realize that understanding someone's pain is very different from forgiving their actions. Let's break down everything that happened. The biggest revelation in Episode 3 is Soo-bin's childhood. For the first time, the drama shows just how abusive his father truly was. This was not simply a strict parent trying to discipline his son. His father repeatedly beat him until he was left bleeding, creating years of physical and emotional trauma. These flashbacks explain why Soo-bin always appears to carry invisible emotional scars. His confidence may look effortless on the outside, but deep inside he has spent years carrying fear, guilt, and emotional pain. The episode carefully explains his behavior without asking viewers to excuse it. That is one of the smartest decisions made by the writers. Many dramas reveal a tragic backstory and immediately expect the audience to forgive every mistake a character has ever made. Dream to You takes a different approach. Yes, Soo-bin suffered terribly, but that does not erase the pain he caused Yi-jae. Instead, the series allows both truths to exist at the same time. Yi-jae herself makes this perfectly clear. During one of the episode's most emotional conversations, she confronts Soo-bin directly. Rather than accepting his return simply because she now understands his past, she asks the difficult question that many viewers were already thinking. Why did he run away without saying anything? Even if he could not completely escape his abusive father, why could he not at least tell her the truth? Her words hit Soo-bin harder than anything else. She tells him that the worst way to be remembered is not as a villain. It is as a pathetic loser. Those words perfectly capture her disappointment. She is not angry simply because he left. She is angry because he disappeared without giving her a chance to understand what he was going through. For Yi-jae, that silence became the deepest betrayal. Although Soo-bin finally has an explanation, he still has not earned forgiveness. That emotional honesty makes their relationship feel much more realistic. Another storyline quietly becoming one of the drama's strongest is the relationship between Yoo-jeon and Hannah. Unlike the main couple, their connection grows through everyday moments rather than dramatic confrontations. Professionally, they often find themselves under pressure. Yoo-jeon works incredibly hard, but constantly struggles to reach the level expected of him. Despite those frustrations, the chemistry between them continues growing naturally. There is an unspoken attraction that neither of them fully acknowledges. Their story carries a calm, bittersweet feeling that makes every interaction enjoyable to watch. Whether they eventually become a couple remains uncertain, but the emotional foundation is already there. Episode 3 also continues proving why Hwang In-yeop is such an excellent choice for Soo-bin. He effortlessly shifts between emotional vulnerability and playful confidence. One moment he looks completely broken by memories of his past. The next moment he smiles mischievously, reminding viewers of the charming personality hidden beneath years of emotional pain. Both versions of Soo-bin feel believable because they are simply different sides of the same person. Hyori is equally impressive as Yi-jae. She continues balancing cheerful humor with emotional maturity. Although she often smiles and jokes with the people around her, viewers can clearly see the sadness she continues carrying inside. She loved deeply once before. Now she is trying to rebuild herself while deciding whether the man who broke her heart deserves another chance. That emotional conflict gives her character remarkable depth. The episode also deserves praise for its beautiful cinematography. Nearly every scene feels warm and comforting despite the emotional heaviness of the story. The rooftop conversations, quiet village streets, cozy homes, and peaceful gardens create an atmosphere that almost feels nostalgic. Rather than simply serving as beautiful backgrounds, these locations reflect the emotional healing both characters desperately need. The rural setting becomes almost like another character within the story. It offers peace that both Yi-jae and Soo-bin have struggled to find in their own lives. Thankfully, the drama never becomes overwhelmingly sad. The writers continue balancing emotional scenes with plenty of humor. One particularly funny moment happens when Soo-bin accidentally leaves his boss stranded in the middle of the street without a phone. The situation is ridiculous, but it fits perfectly with Soo-bin's occasionally absent-minded personality. These lighter moments prevent the episode from becoming emotionally exhausting. Another satisfying moment comes when Yi-jae confronts the man who betrayed her. Instead of waiting for someone else to protect her, she stands up for herself. That scene reinforces one of the drama's strongest themes. Yi-jae is not a helpless heroine waiting for a prince to rescue her. She is fully capable of confronting the people who hurt her. That independence makes her an even stronger female lead. The episode ends with one final scene that perfectly blends comedy and romance. Yi-jae unexpectedly walks into Soo-bin's home while he is taking a shower. The awkward timing immediately creates one of the funniest moments of the episode, while also giving viewers the romantic tension they have been waiting for. It is a classic romantic comedy situation, but because the emotional foundation has already been built, the moment feels earned rather than forced. The ending also represents something much deeper. For the first time since their painful separation, Soo-bin and Yi-jae are beginning to enter each other's lives again. Not because everything has been forgiven, not because all the wounds have healed, but because both of them are finally willing to face the past instead of running away from it. Overall, Episode 3 proves that Dream to You is far more than a simple second-chance romance. It is a story about trauma, regret, healing, and learning that love alone cannot erase painful memories. Soo-bin's heartbreaking past helps explain the choices he made, but Yi-jae reminds both him and the audience that explanations are not the same as forgiveness. With both characters finally confronting the truth, the road toward reconciliation has begun, but it is clear that earning a second chance will require far more than heartfelt apologies.